time. H-time. Say, I got my legs sitting low like a Mississippi. Sack of that drug, got a G-lip.
If you could state your name for the camera, please, sir.
Mr. Lee.
Mr. Lee, if you could tell the world what you do.
Man, you know, I eat burgers and shit for a living.
You eat burgers for a living.
I'm a multi-platinum music producer. I range from Houston, Texas, born and raised in Louisiana, currently living in Dallas, Texas.
Okay, I'm gonna call out a couple songs and you tell me how you feel about them. Okay. So first is Get Throwed from Bun B.
Man, one of my favorite records that I produced. You know, that was a hard record. And then too, you know, the record has some significance because it was really created in 1992, and I got a hold of the record like in 2000, and the record was released in 2004. So that just shows you how far ahead the music was before that record was ever released.
What's the first song you did?
The very first song I've ever done?
Yeah.
Shit, man, I don't even know.
I see some Do or Die on here.
Yeah. Man, I've been producing records so long I don't know what the first record is. You know what I mean? That's sad. You know, y'all don't. You know, yeah, I'm getting old.
Let me ask you, how you get into producing?
Man, I've been playing the piano since I was 9, and you know, my dad is a gospel singer. I've been playing with him all the way up to my 21. I moved to Houston when I was 22 years old, and you know, just been doing it ever since, man. That's all I really known. You know, since I was a kid, I was musically inclined. I always wanted to be around music and different shit like that. So, you know, pretty much music's been my life since I've been in existence, man.
I can dig that. So let me ask you this: what are you bringing to Dallas?
I ain't bringing shit to Dallas. Shit, what I'm trying to help Dallas with is just to bring black ownership, bring my hard work mentality here, show people that this shit is not a contest. It's not a situation where everybody got to sit and be a group and sing Kumbaya either. But we have to look at this shit as not only as we are entertainers, rappers, producers, and all of this shit, but we black businessmen and women. And we need to respect each other that way and really understand what's going on. You know, we're living in a world now where social media can paint pictures of people and have you think it's different shit and have no facts to the shit whatsoever. And you know, I think if you don't know a man or a woman and you ain't never sat down with that person, then at least do your due diligence before you make an ignorant ass decision and maybe lose your blessing or miss your blessing because you decided to walk away from some shit just on some shit, some hearsay shit or whatever it is. You know what I mean? It's just like all of the Houston, Texas, Dallas, Texas shit from back in the day, that shit is weak. You know, it's all a Texas thing. We all from the South, you know what I mean? So really, man, you know, what I'm bringing here is some grown man business, my expertise in what I do, you know what I mean? And just to try to uplift everybody in the music community. That's what my goals are.
Oh, let me ask you this. I feel like there's a lack, and being a lack of like major label artists, rappers in particular from Dallas. Can you break that down and give us some thought on that?
I mean, from my eyesight, what I see is that there's a lot of concentration on who's the dopest nigga in the city or who's the hardest nigga in the hood and all of that kind of shit, man. Music don't have no box. If you want to box some music up and limit yourself, especially your music, then you're really selling yourself short. Music is some shit that can spread worldwide. Once you can get out of that mentality of trying to be the biggest motherfucker in the city, or I'm the nigga in Dallas and I'm the nigga in Houston or whatever the fuck, that's stupid shit. Because music don't have no boundaries. And if, you know, there's a lot of people that do that shit and they find themselves stuck in the city because they making music for one region or for a city and all of this kind of shit, and that shit really don't work. And then too, you know, if you're a street nigga and you get money in the street, don't go to these labels, man, when the motherfucker's trying to give you a deal and then tell the motherfucker, well, man, I already got that money. I got more money than that. Y'all ain't giving me shit. It's really not about the money. when you start getting into a major label situation, it's about the situation on how a group of people can help you spread your music and your movement on a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking for the dollar amount or looking to break the bank, then you're looking for the wrong shit, especially in this day and time. You know what I'm saying? You got to really understand what it is you're doing and do business with motherfuckers that trying to do business with you, and not shun them away when you hot or whatever and thinking that there's just going to be some me type shit, because me going to get your ass left.
So, far as majors versus independent, can you like break that down for us so it makes more sense? You know, because I don't think most people know the difference between major labels and what they offer versus independent and what that offers and the pros and cons.
I mean, both entities have good points. It just depends on how you want to work your project and work your career. If you're trying to get in a major situation and you are just super hot, then you have to go to the major situation, because everything's moving so fast. You got to have a staff of people that's gonna work for you 24 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? And you really just can't do that shit as an independent, because you don't have the time to oversee that shit and do that. But if you're an artist and you got a medium type of buzz, and it's not no superstar type of buzz, stay independent. Make your money. Collect your bread. Even when you go to a major situation, know what you're going in there for and know what you're going there with. You're going in there with ownership of your masters and your music and all of that kind of shit. It's up to getting a live-ass attorney or a manager that know what the fuck they doing and what they talking about. And you go in there and you negotiate your deal to not go in there to give all your shit away. You negotiate it to retain ownership of something. You know what I'm saying? And even if it's small, you begin to have stair steps to getting it back, or getting half of it back, or 3/3 of it back, or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? But you got to know what the business is.
Okay. Without saying any names or giving any away, give me like an example of some of the dumbest shit you've seen somebody do, like independent artist type shit, or just some dumb shit in general.
I mean, really, I can't say that, but I've heard and read conversations of people asking the artists what type of deal they got, and then they don't know what type of deal they got. Or you ask what a 360 is, they don't know what a 360 is. And then, then too, you have a lot of people that say, oh, I don't want no 360, man, fuck that, I don't want no 360. But you don't even know what a 360 is. Sometimes a 360 is good for an artist, and sometimes it's not. If you're a touring artist, and that's how you're making the bulk of your money, then sometimes a 360 might work in your favor, because the people that's working for you are going to make sure you get paid and make sure you stay booked. So when you look at that entity of it, then the 360 is not that bad. But if you're already established and you got people that's already working and you're doing your shows and you're gigging already, then a 360 is not going to work for you, because you're already set up to make the money that you make, and you essentially be giving your shit away. And I'm not ever going to tell somebody to go into a 360 deal, because I wouldn't go into one. But it does have pros and cons like everything else. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to say what's the dumbest shit to me is when you ask a person what type of deal they got and they don't know what type it is.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Tell me more about the XMG School of Music and Business. Let me know some more about what we can see rolling out with that.
Well, the XMG School of Music and Business is a school that is going to teach people skills that they can use when they leave the school. It's not going to be a school that's going to teach you some textbook shit and give you a certificate and shush your ass out the door, and then when you get out the door, you have to be taught all over again. We're not going to be that type of school. And I ain't knocking no other schools or saying anything about nobody else's shit. This is what I believe in. What I believe in is, if I'm going to teach somebody something, it's going to be taught not just from the books, but from experience. Because when a person walk out of my school, if they doing music production classes, they're going to be the best they can be when they walk out. If they're doing business, they're going to know exactly what they're getting into. When they walk out of this school, they're going to know exactly how to read a contract, what they're negotiating for, what flags to look for in a contract, and all that type of shit. That's what I'm bringing to the table in my school. You know what I'm saying? I felt like the main reason I did it and that I'm doing it is because I had two choices. I can either sit on my couch, on my sofa, chair, whatever, and complain and laugh about how many dumbass mistakes are being done that I'm seeing, or I could take the initiative to teach people so they don't do it. You know, so that's the fuel that's really burning my fire to have the school created in the first place.
Okay, I can dig that. Out of all songs you've done, what's your favorite song?
Oh man, I don't know, man. That's tough. Get Throat is definitely on the top. Three Kings is on the top. Sex Faces is on the top. Ooh,
You did that?
Tough. Yeah, that's tough, man. I can't even answer that
Yeah.
question.
I think I like. It's just because the time in life when it came out, but I know you strapped. I just love that song.
Yeah, that was.
Every time I hear that shit, I just be like, man, I love it. I'm gonna ask you this. I already know the answer, but you know. So on the line when he said I went to Dallas and some pussies tried to check me, what was that about? Just what he said, huh?
Yeah, exactly what he said. You know, it's on some jacking type shit. That's exactly what it was about.
All right. Out of all the artists you worked with, give us some of your favorites.
I mean,
That
Scarface is one of the most well-rounded artists that I've ever worked with. And why I say that is because he's musically inclined and he's one of the dopest rappers that ever lived. It's really almost damn near a tie between him and Pimp C, because Pimp C is the same way. Just heavily, crazy, musically inclined, and just got a dope-ass swag when it comes to rapping. You know what I mean? Scarface is like, you know, Scarface is like one of the greatest rappers of all time, bro. And I'm just not saying that shit because I know the dude and we cool and all of that shit. It's a fact. You know what I'm saying? That dude is like one of the dopest rappers of all time. So, you know, I can't, that was one of the, believe it or not, that's crazy enough as it is, Face was one of the first major artists that I worked with. You know what I mean? Major artists. It's like I was blessed to walk right in the lab and work with this dude. So that has a lot to do with why my music sounds the way it sounds too, because he demanded a lot out of me when I was in the studio with him. You know, Rap A Lot, they really molded me to be who I am.
I can dig that. So I guess, do you think that most rappers that come in here and record or that you worked with have the understanding of the time and energy it actually takes for a Scarface to be a Scarface or a Pimp C to be a Pimp C? You know, do you see most artists invest in that kind of time or understanding the kind of time and energy you got to put into it?
Nope, I don't. And it shows. You know what I mean? Hip hop and rap music is one of the most flooded genres of music there is. Everybody rapping. You can't go to a city and go to a hood or a suburb for that matter and not see a motherfucker rapping. You can go to every neighborhood and I guarantee you're going to find somebody rapping in that motherfucker somewhere. And with all of that being said, a lot of people come to the studio and they come to the studio, they live the life of a rapper, but they don't perfect the music. They come to the studio, you got your drink, you got your weed, you got to make sure your speakers are beating your head in and all of that shit. And you come in here and nobody's in the studio is trying to perfect what they hear. All they want to do is have a good time, throw the shit on Instagram real quick, and put the shit on and shoot a real video the next day, and then, you know what I mean, you done. But nobody's sitting there saying, hey man, I think this kick could be a little bit louder. I think the snare could be a lot. I think I could deliver that just a little bit more. My vocals will kind of loose on the beat or whatever. Ain't nobody studying that shit like that. They just come in, they bounce up and down, say whatever they're gonna say, have a whoop, and one of them little ad libs in that shit, and they done. That's what the shit is.
So let me ask you, like, so when you producing for the Scarfaces and the Pimp C's and the Slim Thugs, how long does it take for them to really put their music down?
Man, Face can write some shit in a minute, or Face can write some shit in a couple of days. But for Face, Scarface is a perfectionist, man. Devin the Dude is another motherfucker that's a perfectionist. That nigga does not, ain't nothing leaving out the studio sounding half-assed. Ever. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Man, Scarface, I've been in the studio with Scarface and worked on that with Face, and we recorded a song, and I would think it was jamming. One particular time, we was in L.A. It was me, Mike Dean, and Ojo, and we had a guy mixing our shit by the name of Bob Brown. He was mixing the record. The record was sounding crazy, crazy good. I'll never forget this shit. Face that went out of town. He came back. He walked in the studio. We all got our chest stuck out. Like, this motherfucker jamming. It's hit. Oh, man, you played the shit. Face walking to the board. It just pulled all the motherfucking faders down. I don't like it. We was like, what the fuck? You know, I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Then we started the song from scratch. Did a whole different song. And the shit came out jamming harder than it was before we, you know what I mean, decided that that first version was the one. When we did the next one, it was jamming harder. You know what I mean? That's just the type of shit he do. Slim is a rap hustler. You know what I mean? Slim is a hustler. But Slim ain't finna let his music go out sounding fucked up. But Slim don't spend a whole lot of time going over and over and over shit. He know exactly what he trying to do when he get in the lab. He getting there, knock his shit out. And he, you know what I mean, he gonna go to mix in a couple of weeks, a month or two, and get his shit ready to put out. But, you know, niggas like Face and Devin, it take a long time for them to put albums out because they are real particular about how they shit sound. Nipsey Hussle is another dude that's like that. You know, the dude studies his music over and over and over and over. He will not let it go out unless it's meeting his perfection levels. You know what I mean? It just won't come out.
Okay. Well, we're gonna do some more of these. But for this week, what I want to do is I want to see if I can get something out of you for the viewers to think on or study, something that can help somebody at the bottom floor go to the next step. Just some basic first step must have if you're trying to succeed rapping.
If you're trying to succeed in rapping, music industry period, know what type of business you're doing. Know the business that you're in. That's first. Second is, there's a lot of lying ass niggas out here. A lot of fake ass niggas out here that be on Instagram and social media that acting like they making all this money on rap music and they ain't making no motherfucking rap money. It is what it is. I don't care if a motherfucker don't like it or not. Stop thinking that you just gonna put a record out and all of a sudden you finna bust out with Peace and Chain and cars and house and all of this shit. This shit is like a 5 to damn near 10-year plan that you have to go through to get to where you at. You know, then there's a lot of niggas out here that's working and they not really making a whole bunch of money. But they on social media making this shit look like they on top of this shit. They ain't. You know what I mean? I'm looking at this shit every day. You know, then when you see the niggas that do have to change and shit on them riding around the cars, that ain't no rap money. That's dope money. That's street money. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Shit, the niggas is on the motherfucking social media telling on themselves. You know what I'm saying? So don't get in this shit just thinking that you finna be rich overnight. I ain't saying that it can't happen, but the chances of that shit is happening, you damn near have better chances eating a snow cone in hell. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be realistic about this shit and really focus on what you're doing, and don't get engulfed into the social media shit. And if you're just doing this shit just to live a life to put your piece and chain on there, you know what I mean? Shit, this shit might not be it for you.
All right. Well, that's gonna be the end. You got 10 seconds to give some shout outs, tell some good news.
Man, you know, shout out to me. Shout out to my whole team at XMG. Shout out to all my kids, mom and dad. Shout out to King George. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's holding me down and supporting me all these years, all these 22 years, man. Big ups to y'all, man. That's what it is.
We gone.